find killing.
He can be the anomaly, really.
Okay, what we got? FUT on defense, Fnatic on attack.
On that waylay against KC was exceptional. Now we
The
do
3
know
most
that
picked
Fnatic are a
maps.
very different
25K.
team, though. Very
makes sense.
well-rounded here. Certainly have got their experience in this map, but also my eyes will drift towards the likes of Chronicle to see how well he does here. A little bit of a hot and cold performer as of late, but hoping he has an upswing today, as Zeus already looking for his first challenge.
Paul is the least. I mean, yeah, no one knows how to play an EMEA. Oh yeah, we still need to do the... We need to look, like, in Toronto, how... like the EMEA record for Paul. Because I don't think it's going to be good. But also, with the teams we're sending, it might be everyone's ban anyway.
So you don't expect Yetajay to even be shouldering for info at this point. So yeah, very deep setup on the trip as well, so almost leaning towards a heavy retake on C.
Looking at the stance towards A though, Zeus still here. Had a captain as well. Both prepared, Paranoia primed in hand. And there's
that was a great little jump spot, by the way. I saw 2. Oh, nice shots.
Zeus! I love that the desk was saying, you know, Zeus go kill could be a negative. Look at the answer already. That could be the best.
That jump spot was incredible, by the way.
Boaster, Alpha, and Crashies have to try and dissuade that narrative, and Crashies looks for an opportunity and finds them stacked up.
Done well to get away with no damage conceded. Actually, but Zeus now.
Dude, him having a good start could be incredible. One of the better ults to get online early as well.
Yeah, and there is this Sheriff in play for Alpha. Crashy's still very much here. Haunt is ready. Could catch.
It's a weird one because you think they would both be side to protect the plant, right?
Start looking towards the plant, so Alpha needs to work on his own. But Crashies finds the fight towards heaven.
Dude, you got no time to plant. You got to kill everyone.
Time has now lost this round for them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they didn't have breach damage, maybe.
Kicking off here, round 1 looking so.
It's lovely from Zeus though, lovely shots.
Beautiful setup as well. Perfect timing on the information. The stun along with the paranoia. Doesn't even really rely on it too much. These first 2 kills are off rip. Unfortunately at that point, even by the 60-second mark, I mean, no real engagement found, so it comes down to time. Fnatic had an opportunity at least to find
surely you're happy either way, Sonya.
It just wasn't there, Lauren.
Let's look. Oh, very curious buy as well.
The no armor.
Right back at it. Plucks away Kayak.
He has armor. Did it just bug out? Or did he buy it late or something?
He comes off the game up against Heretics not too long ago now, obviously. Having to face down, Mini Boo in prime form. Now you're up against
Camera behind the box. They commit past a certain point. Omen flash swing.
Deeper setup here. You can see Yetajay just trying to create that structure for him to play under, create some
dude,
safety.
honestly, this trip with like a spam gun wouldn't be the worst.
He is. Outstays his welcome, and Alpha reclaims tree.
You're in so much trouble.
It's going to be called upon here, but actually both.
Wait, they're in so much trouble.
It's down to 3 now for.
Keep an eye on this duel back here at Rubble. This is actually a really important duel going on right now. Alpha. Oh, dude, he's not even expecting it. Oh boy.
This would be stunning, and it is.
I thought when he missed the first shot, it was done. Now what? There's a couple of lows, and when I say a couple, there's 3. 26, 30, 51.
Chronicle does get the upgrade, but we know NA does it better with that thing. Can the rest of FUT find all these Fnatic players? I don't know if they can. The
dude, they don't expect the guy's second default.
Double swing and double hold. Perfectly done. Fnatic.
Oh, dude, you can see it on the mini map. You could see it on the mini map. They messed up a little bit. This do you know what's funny? You know what Mini did when he was like doing analysis on both teams? What he was criticizing Fnatic for, FUT just did.
Isolating Yetajay. And also here, again, the gap between Atta Captain and the next player for FUT really is their downfall.
Nice! Come on then, you're losing ecos,
Dude, channeling his inner on a night out.
Just a slice of EastEnders coming out.
No, yeah, it really was. Both on a night out, 5 beers deep. Crazy.
We do have 2 sheriffs out and about. Zeus and Atta Captain with that on the other side, of course. A good purchase here. Fnatic now looking to build some stability going forward. Don't know if they'll note that paranoia that got sent over towards A. I think Chronicle would have seen that, so that should be relayed forward. And contact found on a second player should, if anything, spur on this approach towards C.
That'll be the green light for Fnatic to find some space elsewhere. Kayak going hunting actually doesn't spy.
Oh boy. Oh my god, it's a classic.
Lotus stuff from Mr. Fallen.
Go on, go for another,
Shouldn't
mate.
be this close. Trying to police this weapon. But Chronicle just wants some bullets to play with, doing the best he can to keep him away. Keep him at arm's length. Making something out of nothing here. That Sheriff now over into the hands of Zeus. 3 of them on CT. And actually,
nice shots. Whoa, this was close, man. This was close. These ecos are deadly.
Way too close again.
It's Brawley to start things off here.
Oh yeah.
Fnatic come away on top with a 2-1 lead, but this is just incredible from Mr. Fallen.
Second.
Guys just double dinking everyone.
It's almost actually, if he can get to that rifle, it's just where it...
No, I mean, Fnatic did really good to have a setup where they make sure they don't get the rifles. Just 3 pass and hold of this angle.
A paused clock. There's no color change just yet.
Pause champ.
I can see something.
I can see clear now.
Well,
the stage is red.
Sorry, we shouldn't take over Meg's song. She's been really trying to graft that tech pause issue. Looks like Alpha.
Looking like a keyboard issue.
His mouse,
no, keyboard it looked like. So it should be a quick one. Looks like we're maybe just a second to test things, but I mean, this again, the start to map one that you'd almost expect from both teams, to be honest with you. FUT happy to go toe to toe. Again, maybe a little overzealous.
Has he got so many gables there?
Flipping that 4v5 is
one
wild.
mouse, one keyboard. Has he got 50 gables here?
We've had some, even though it's 2-1, it does feel like such a high octane sort of start to things. It feels like no round safe, right? This is what it's kind of looking like. So Alpha just having a little test around. He doesn't look happy, and I'm seeing the relation to what it looks like in game. It doesn't look good yet, so might need to just fix that up for a second. Hopefully those issues are cleared, and once we obviously get the nod of what's going on, we'll let you know. I think we've figured it out ourselves, but
we're getting pretty good at that.
Yeah, which is it's probably not the best talent we have.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was finally in control, but we're not.
I've never been in control.
No.
Well, Tarek's watching today, so yeah. So the Americas audience get used to this now. Welcome.
Welcome to EMEA.
Yeah.
That's not going in the highlight reel, is it?
Streets run
One of our better days as well.
This is EMEA. Wasn't it? This is Rocket League. That line.
Yeah, that was a good line though.
Banging line, to be fair. I'm quite jealous of that one. Yeah, not much to really dive through into the first 3 rounds.
Dude, that was a sick moment. If anyone hasn't seen that Rocket League clip, oh my god, it's sick.
And we're back into game.
I can't remember what it was, some UK LAN.
All good.
Dignitas against someone. That was sick.
Is not surprising.
No.
The lowest stinger usage rate of all the regions.
Especially if you understand Rocket League, it's worth watching. It's awesome.
No, honestly, like if you looked at G2, I bet they've probably had more success or even used to than the entirety of together.
100%.
Like, not even close. All right, back into this though. By coming out for
Dignitas
both
versus
sides.
NRG, yeah, that's the one.
Zeus does have his. And speaking of ults, there goes Crashy. So should identify a fair bit of presence already played on site. That's YellowJ and Cracks. Early noted, good paranoia as well.
Landed actually as well.
And lovely staging to this boaster, even taking the space behind it. But the high-low setup going to be difficult for them to try and get past, as Cracks already removes Kayak. So that should force Fnatic back.
You just call your chat dumb? What do you mean? No, because it's the overtime rules of Rocket League.
Through from Zeus.
If anything, you just expose yourself for being dumb.
Fnatic have had to concede all this. The plan being actually a ton of damage done from the Nano.
Yeah, that's shredded him down, but tap on the spike draws the attention, but all of Fnatic here, what's the plan to disrupt these players? A shot in the dark or two, sure! But Chronicle holds the line well.
This is just so hard to defuse.
Boaster had his success from this spot, but YellowJ cleaner, Boaster gets the
Not
kill
again, man. This is why he gets all the clutches. Look what's going on.
Have we been here before? Are we going to see it again? His nerves tested, and I don't think there's time on this for YellowJ. It's close.
Oh, it's played perfectly though. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You can't play much better than that.
It looked a little touch and go there when Fnatic are so quickly scrambling to get out. Back onto Mound, but it's the timing around the smoke. Not sure if maybe it's a miscommunication or something.
4 pass and Mounds after plan.
To get that first half.
Yeah, so definitely something that they have to look into. Can they be letting them have this plant all the time? If they're going to let them have this plant, then should they be pushing door?
It's a long way back for
should they be pushing door in the after plant? Or will they try and prioritize someone over towards heaven to make sure that they can't get this plant? Definitely a couple of things that they might have to look at. It's a costly round though.
Off guard. Had to respect the utility behind that as well. Bosto maybe saw that stat pop up on screen.
Shot.
Oh.
Bro, this guy's dominating aggro A though. To be fair to him.
Beautiful.
I mean, Zeus is like such a standout player for me. He's been genuinely a treat to watch.
Oh,
Obviously, since
Atlas
Floor
dead.
is not in the league anymore. It's been rather nice having Zeus.
Great util though from Crashies. I know it's an eco, or they're up against an eco, but it's still nice.
Someone who's such a mechanically gifted player. As so far though, Fnatic doing what they need to, right? Just going through the motions here, not slipping this time. There have been those moments up to this point where these pistols have proved problematic. Here though, Fnatic keeping it very clean. Chronicle just going eco farming. So gets his ult ready to go, no sweat there, and Crashies one step closer with the plant.
It's just not what happens when you pick Lotus against Fnatic.
No real
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Exit. Yeah, even so, the finances already started to build.
I mean, it's not a 100%, and like it's not like their FUT Lotus is super bad, but I don't know.
Who's gonna go find it?
I do have the vetoes for both games went differently to how I thought, or how I would have done it. But again, you don't know what's happening in practice and stuff like that.
Further progress here.
Yeah, they got a lot to talk about at the moment. Like, I wouldn't mind a timeout from FUT here. They even need to change the way that they're playing over towards C. They could also go aggro towards A. Looking a little easy at the moment.
Spiral out of control too early, so looking for a round win here on this next purchase from FUT. Yeah, I'm absolutely with you. I mean, Zeus, we were talking about this earlier.
Where's Cryptix right now? He's just chilling, man. He's heavy into crypto stuff, I mean.
Yeah. And look,
I think he does like trading and stuff.
It's been a real beauty to watch.
And hey, there were rumors and kind of murmurs of potentially Zeus looking to joining Fnatic at one point. Was he going to be the solution they needed? Obviously, as it stands, joined FUT in the end here, but it's been a treat watching him throughout this. Certainly a threat, certainly someone you have to now keep on your radar. Look at that early mound presence.
Just the thing to note as well as things progress and obviously the stakes get higher and higher if you can maintain that performance.
True. The amount of players who had those playoffs upswings. I'm looking at like
good thing to be
I guess for me, obviously EG, the one to look at when it comes to like Icy and Yay from very
the aggro trip, but they heard the aggro trip, so they know it's there. So with the A pressure, they should think there's a heavier rotate the more we're actually seeing over towards C. This is interesting. They know the trips here, right? They saw it. Okay, yeah.
For Fnatic. Definitely aren't biting just yet.
Yeah, this is nice. Well, the re-clear of C is going on. They actually just re-cleared over towards A as well in terms of doors. So. And then Fnatic break and clear pressure over towards C with the boom bottom, break the trip. And now they're going back towards A with the info that they have. And also Crashies, good relay of information that over towards door got re-cleared.
So they can cheat a player over if they need to, but for now,
good little crossfire though. Okay, Killjoy ult goes in. They know that they know that they re-clear here and probably going to hold on to it. Dude, this is nuts at the moment.
The lockdown's going to come through. Cracks might be screwed here.
Lockdown's going to survive, right?
What is that? Just going ballistic for a second.
At least he got over towards heaven and his teammate can protect him. Damn. I mean, this is one of the reasons that Fnatic are insane at this. Look at this calling from Boaster, though. A lot of this is down to Crashies and relaying information for him to make it so easy as well. But, like, this is one of those rounds where the IGLing is pretty impressive from Fnatic.
Will be noted now.
They looked in control here the whole time when, honestly, I'm not sure they should have. RK2K, thanks so much for the 12 months, bro. Appreciate the whole year. Thank you for that.
Just buying plenty of time and takes a second glance. This is really nice.
This was a lovely round to watch. This is a perfect example of like why Boaster's so good on this map of calling.
Absolutely. Forces them into a position to really readdress their approach. Crashies and Boaster to shut that down.
Masterclass? Yeah, it's a masterclass right here. It really is.
Had to find something.
Especially when you kind of like pause it, like the info of like not instantly breaking the trip and then the opening of the door, like you can tell the plan happened like 30 seconds ago. And he knows what the reactions are going to be every single time. And again, Crashies is giving him perfect info with the Prowler clear over towards A.
So they can't, well, FUT were unable to deal with that.
Timeout. It's all good. It's a FUT one. Don't worry. They called this.
Really, really nice.
And hear a yelp from the crowd there.
Yeah, we have given them PTSD, and I'm really sorry.
Bosa's aim. I feel like Bosa has always had like. I'm not saying it's like in comparison to some of the other pros, it's not like the best. It's not great, but it's definitely always been good enough. And I think you can see when he's like comfortable with the team and he has to micromanage less and look at his minimap that he frags a lot heavier. But I think like a lot of time when you're looking at Bosa's fragging, it normally dips when his team are having like a rough time or they change something up at the beginning. But then once he's actually like got enough time with teams and he doesn't have to micromanage, and it's like this where like maybe Crashies is now relaying him the right information, so his calling's easier, then he can just focus on his crosshair more. It's all about time spent looking on your crosshair more than it is your minimap.
No, and
that's so much down to like your team actually being able to give you info.
But at the start of the day, kind of talking about Kayak and Zeus here. Kayak yet to get on the board. On the other side, obviously, Zeus very much towards the top end here. But also Chronicle.
Well, yeah, something
actually farming, but
yeah,
big impact for him.
Especially on this map as well, is where I think we've seen him maybe
There's a frag heavy IGL at the moment in EMEA. Probably Nats. I think Nats probably wins that at the moment. Frag heavy IGL in EMEA.
Again, how much criticism to ride on Kayak when they're 5-1 up. I mean, it does become a problem.
Yampy. Yampy's fragging pretty heavy. I feel like Yampy has not the highest frags, but more impact. Well, I don't want to say more impact, but Yampy's more impact than heavy frags.
Really benefit anything off that other than maybe a rotation.
Same with Boo as well. I feel like Boo has a lot of impact instead of like heavy frags. Although sometimes he does. I feel like Nats wins that.
Felt a little bit like hitting the panic button.
Okay, let's start talking about the actual rounds at the moment because it's going to get out of control. I mean, it's already kind of out of control. This is about to be max money for 2.
Sides are getting slow. Right, these are very, very slow.
Paid by Liquid, by the way, that's true. But if you look at all the other years I've been paid by Liquid, I haven't really. Like I only say the compliments when it's
they don't have alphas there, they don't have chronicles, so leaving it so late could become a little bit harder to play with, and maybe just hoping they'd cause Zeus maybe to hit the rotate button. He's still around, and that time Kayak's got his number, activating the firepower he needed for that fight, and it. Okay, that's just ridiculous.
He's just good for 2 today.
How's he managing it?
I mean, off of the fade, I just kind of realized where they are from the shots.
Like maybe I'm missing something, but he's made something.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't think he was going to get 2, to be honest.
Was on that look. He has to come back around.
Just had the shots of them shooting the fade. I knew exactly where they were. Kind of went for the corner. Everyone's gonna be hugging the corner.
Pixel spotted for Kron.
Oh, you're dead. Ooh, lovely little wide swing on this to get an extra.
Extra step. But Alpha now in a 1v3.
Come on, man. That's unlucky. That wall is messed up, though. Like, honestly, this wall has too much crap on it.
Has to lock in for this, and they're just sitting that defuse.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
Foot off the back of that double mic.
They needed this, though, money-wise. They really needed it.
Completely swings around, flips it on his head. Curious. Like you said, the timing on whether or not it's an audio cue or something. Just a hope and a prayer through the smoke here. Yes, there's your answer. Yeah, pivotal to FUT turning this back around. They get numbers advantage to fight back onto site here. Forcing Chronicle, well, I mean, well played to force him out of that position. Yeah. Still finds one.
Razor? Where are we going with the Razor?
I don't want to be the negative Nancy over here, but finding 2 through a smoke is great in 1 round, but you want to now find that every round, right? Was the timeout?
Okay, they hear them go aggro A. Instant reaction with a Razor, go over towards C. Can just send it. Yeah. Oh, it's good info though. Though he doesn't get the kill, he gets double info with this one. And he wins the first duel. Well, he just won the round, mate. And do they go for the mount plant again? Because they've been doing this all the time. Yeah, they realize they could get mount plant, especially with the boombot not spotting anyone heaven. I would chill if I'm Kayak here, but what do I know?
They're really looking to flip the script on some of these rounds. Second,
dude, look how ready Fnatic are for something different. Alarm bot behind who got turret as well. Like they're expecting something different on the retake. It's like what we said, right? We're expecting them either to hold something heaven heavier, or they're gonna be going over towards Mount or on their retakes, and we're seeing neither. That's rough.
But again, Zeus out at a captive mode of the smoke, and Kayak patrolling the site. Play security towards Kraus.
Lovely shots, man. Kayak is a great round from him.
As you like, and as good as Mr. Fallen was, it doesn't matter if you find 2 this round. It's time to back away. Fnatic again, step after step. This was the question mark, and a reason why we put it to Lotus coming in. This feels like a missed veto option here.
I mean, this game plan towards C is going to be increasingly more difficult for FUT to deal with.
I don't know, man.
You never really want to lose your
they can't.
ahead of the spike being planted.
This whole round is like.
Good job, Kayak. You see, you're not a spectator now, you're just fragger now.
Mr. Sandy's watching them all. This is like a rough round from Fnatic. Like when you go aggro A against the Razor, you know that Fnatic like to send with a Razor. Historically, they've done it all the time. And then they don't change up their retake protocols in terms of where they're pushing behind after seeing that they keep getting the Mound Plant. Kind of rough, man. Also, they win one, lose one, so they get the 1-9 loss bonus. Force them down to another eco if they lose this.
So it feels like they've done
They're getting so wrecked.
I mean,
This map pick's looking really rough at the moment.
About the vibes being the best they've ever been.
Yeah.
Everybody having a good time. That's
similar thing to what we saw earlier. They went aggro over towards C. They put the trip down. I wanna say the Kayak is close enough to hear it, so they can make a plan around that again.
Since his departure.
And it's looking very similar to what they did last time. Open the door, pressure over towards here, and then re-clear over towards C. And then they're going to create the question mark, and then maybe go back over towards A, could even hit B with this one if they wanted to. Yeah, they hear the dash away. They know for sure they create the question mark over towards here. Smoke goes in. Same thing as what we saw earlier. They just have the plans, right? As soon as they see this trip, they just know that they have to re-clear over towards C.
Always seems to get you 1 or 2.
Wait, we gotta be checking that.
It always seems to work. I hate it because it's rewarded so often. And a captain going to take away Chronicle, who's been a bit of a headliner for Fnatic. But now 25 seconds, they're getting a fight back.
Dude, there's no way he should be able to survive that, guys. To spam the wall.
Clear, and a captain dips away further, makes them fight for their meal. And now Fnatic digging in their heels, trying to fight for some security on the site. A tap of the spike, but no commitment yet. Alpha watching that right side. No one watching this creep up from Mr. Fallen yet. They kind of have to commit to it now as well.
Yeah, give him too much space with the smoke. It's not like the idea of the smoke is good. It's just that it leaked over a bit too much.
In the day, as FUT take a step back here.
I still think the macro from Fnatic looked better. They just didn't check the corner. They didn't spam this guy. And then the smoke was off.
Leaves Captain on an island. And again, there's bodies the other side of the smoke, but
I wonder if they...
it was actually a lazy clearance.
Like if FUT have a timeout, they can definitely talk about the fact that it's twice now where they've re-cleared mounds, and maybe they should go try and get an extra bit of info by peeking it.
We're not going for the trade now.
Or do you want to call it double timeout?
Heartbreaking to watch that one play out. But Captain's done fantastic.
Yeah, then they steal this one straight out of Liquid. Thing is, when Liquid do this, they have an extra person to punish this, right? Don't they normally have the breach? The breach to help punish this?
Keeps seem to be winning here, and this is a little set piece here, little trap in mind. But is anyone going to be there to punish Zeus?
Okay, not too greedy on that.
And he backs out.
The only one really left posted up super deep. Will fall for Fnatic.
Just one. I mean, he's 40 HP. It must be super tempting to keep sending it, but
dip their toes,
I think it's better. It's like you don't want to use the ult and then make it a 4v4.
Curious now what the game plan is. Back to the same.
Plus he's vulnerable as well. It's not like he's gonna have a good time.
But in this time, FUT pushed up towards rubble, so it's gonna be very hard for them to go back to that late.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, still got the paranoia.
You can't do it. So I guess test B, right, is the logical
Yeah, I mean,
conclusion.
they dealt with the trap earlier on. Mr. Faunan's going to be able to get something done here with his utility.
Mr. Multi-kill waiting.
Wow.
Here we go. Third time's the charm, fourth time potentially. But
yeah,
Fnatic
you gotta stay alive and you got the util.
Look at the pressure coming back from that mini door, that blue room. Here we go.
Oh, it's a lovely Omen flash.
Oh, the synergy is on
God, look at the util, by the way.
My
God, everyone got hit by some kind of util here. This is nice.
Alpha, 1v5, mate.
That was really nice.
6 seconds. It ain't happening. Beautiful reaction from FUT.
Another instance here where the clock being Fnatic's main enemy. And usually credit their ability to mid-round effectively, and we've seen it so far already in the first 10 rounds. A number of times, but Just here, I mean, look at the clock though, 120 here. And even regardless, then it comes down to a 15-second sight hit where all this utility just FUT are able to crunch Fnatic so effectively. And that's probably why we're seeing the timeout called now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
another example
this blind,
just
man.
the
It's
round
too bright
passing
here.
them by.
Again, as much as they obviously couldn't go back to Rubble at that point, not defaulting that utility out of them just screwed it, right? You can't hold for that pressure back in towards B, so time for a chat and maybe an overall change up here. Look, they've got 6 rounds. It's certainly doable at this point. FUT, though, have kind of found their own stability in the last couple, finding a little bit of what works for them. And it's weird, though, because a lot of that did feel like it came from over deliveries from players, but if that's what spurs you forward, fair play. And then you see that last round was just picture perfect. You take that every day of the week.
Well, previously sitting from a 5-1 to bring it here now.
Yeah.
Regardless of how the victories come through, you're absolutely right. You'll take them. Even here, this feels like it's been the best example of FUT understanding what Fnatic's late round will look like.
Chef Omar,
Previously,
thank you so much for the 4 months, man. Appreciate the 2-1.
Scrambled.
Thank you for that, bro.
And it almost felt like Fnatic are the ones to fumble at the final hurdle, not FUT clear them off it.
Alpha's big chillin'.
Yeah.
Crashy's smiling.
Still grinning.
Most actually look the most serious out of all of them, which isn't probably a good sign. I don't know.
John Scott, thank you so much for the gift as well, dude.
See if there
Thanks
is
for
a
doing that,
solution
mate.
in mind. There is still a good purchase here for Fnatic. Yeah, a couple of light shields, but it's certainly not the end of the
Thank
world.
you,
Not
John.
seeing an Outlaw on the other side to be
Okay,
a
big
bigger
change
factor,
up.
but Zeus goes much further.
Yeah,
And
big change up. And honestly, there's so much there that both these seems to be speaking about at the moment. But call a timeout and they go for, they go for the classic switch, where they just put the Cypher over towards A instead of over towards C.
Again. Now, last time they used that as a late
So they go for a
beast,
big
almost
macro
allowed
change
them
of how they
some
actually want to
safety
play.
towards this A site. Now, much earlier
We'll
in the
definitely
round,
speak about what's been
120,
happening in the
that
after
kind of
plants
coming
as well.
Just
I like
playing
this push as
patiently
well.
to
This
get
push is
one.
good.
It's Crash's duty done.
Kada as well. Kada _ lol. Thanks so much for the prime as well, mate. Thank you for that.
See how well they work off it. There's the cam popped. Sees nothing close. Spots one by tree and one towards site. A little bit of info. No flank yet. You should hear that alarm bot be triggered soon-ish. There it is. Zeus now looks forward.
Got to win this 1v1.
Big 1v1.
Yeah, that's the one though, locked in. Person who can win this is Kayak. Do they like try and take some space? Yes, he does. He's pushing spawn. It's great reaction from Kayak here. If he gets another kill, he gets his ult.
It gives them a new bit of room to play from. And now
Dude, look at this. All because of Kayak though, right? They don't have to worry about behind once he's cleared all of this. They know there's no pressure here, so they can now full focus on sight. Like him having that reaction is perfect. I do think that FUT needs to be more ready for this, but it was also pretty instant from Kayak.
Like I said, a ton of information. The fact that that trip's not broken, still had the retake camera as well. Well, it doesn't give them too much of an idea of what's going on. But at least then they know that Fnatic kind of backs against the wall.
That's it. That's the Kayak.
Yeah, he did great. Kada, thank you for saying that as well, bro. I appreciate you, dude.
My favourite phrase.
Thank you for saying that, mate.
That's the Kayak.
That's the Kayak. Absolute badger. Zeus went walkabouts before, right? Super deep over towards C. Still posted up there. I mean, this battle between him and Alpha seems to be raging on the whole time, but still focused towards A. And a captain playing on the corner. Kayak has been really shaping up. Yeah, he's popping this. Bye-bye.
That's nice from him, though. We're not... Damn, this is nice. We're patient as well. Kayak, dude. Kayak with a bit of confidence. Yeah, is turned into a lovely player, though. Like this is what we saw in Tier 2 all the time.
Oh, okay. So Kayak kind of knowing the limitations here, but Krax wants to play
Damn, this is nice as well.
Alpha on the counter swing, really nice. Kayak drawing all the attention, but Alpha very ready in backup.
See now a 3v5, what FUT can get done. Yetzij first on the chopping block, potentially alongside Zeus, but
Dude, Kayak got another.
Now would just come down to Yetzij as Chronicle to seal the
Beast
deal
couple of
on
rounds from him.
half here for Fnatic. A strong finish, all things considered.
Really strong finish.
Yeah, found their
He didn't even frag that heavy. It was just like 2 rounds where he pretty much just won them both.
Trying to stay competitive, but they're certainly not out of the woods yet. It's 8-4, and we'll be back in just a sec.
Mediocre bot, thank you so much with the 10 months, man. I appreciate you saying that, dude. Thank you, thank you.
Nice! Fantastic. You start.
He makes it a lot easier for the IGL. Like it looks like when I'm watching the minimap, and again we don't know about comms, but it looks like he's making Boaster have an easy time calling. He's doing his role well, and I think that's all they really need. Val Kenma, thanks so much for the Prime. Appreciate the 3 months also. Thank you for doing that. The mediocre bot. Dude, I was thinking of making a bacon joke, but I thought we'd done too many recently. Kayak on this half? Yeah, great couple of rounds. There's never too many. That's actually true. I should always take it. It's a low-hanging fruit, right? Like how Hyunmin aims? I mean, he's got some of the best first bullet aim we've seen, to be honest.
As competitive as those rounds felt, Mike, the issue is that with FUT sat on 4, do you see this as being anywhere close to enough? We've seen good impact from Mr. Fallen. We've seen Zeus hitting shots.
So low, it's basically on the floor.
Does that translate well enough to this attacking side now? Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a tough question.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
wow,
mate.
Wow. I mean, the one thing to take away from that, Fnatic came in with a game plan to really upset the rhythm.
Cyclone with the Prime. Thank you for the 7 months, mate.
Tendencies that FUT were going to try and establish in this half. I mean,
that
starts
Prime,
off the rip from the round 2 being flipped. So
yeah.
FUT's first hint of comfort is stripped away from them. And I think actually then Fnatic began to exploit that a little bit. Criticizing maybe that round 9 and 10 where the clock kind of decided it, but Fnatic looked
this doesn't make it look much better.
Happy
1-0 on the pistols for FUT.
out that sort of round, and FUT kind of struggled to keep
Prowler hits and they just dodge the bullet because that would have been a horrible trap play.
The strongest area for Fnatic now.
What the hell just happened there?
Removing the singular man, Chronicle, after a great first half, the first to go down here. Not really what
so
you
he's at the back, so he's I mean he's just
I'd love to see
facing.
what the shot was from Yeda J. If it's just one of those shots that he's
I think he's facing it.
But gotta see Cron be careful about this, because now
Either that or it's the widest jump peek we've ever seen, and who's jump peeking at the back? Nachen with the Prime, thank you so much for the 2 months.
An opportunity on the table here towards A. It's Kayak. To try and find, and actually does find a response here.
Dude, and gets out of there as well, plays the 4v4.
Like
doesn't give him a free kill back of sight. So
there we go.
A nice shot.
Zill's taken over. Crack's gonna find Crashies and try and keep this in favor.
Still a nade
but
though.
The plant now gonna be worked on. Kayak gonna post in the paint shell. Nice the plant to start with. That's pretty big. Buys a couple extra seconds for the support system to arrive.
Okay, well, all 3 of them are here now.
Here to play with is what, TP with Boaster, and that's about all she wrote. 6 seconds on a turret. I mean, 5 on the smoke again. If they clear out a captain, it might be game on. Mr. Fallen replies, and Zeus
double pistol.
firing. There's Boaster left in the
Dude, we're gonna see 3 maps where the person who wins double pistol loses the map.
This is tough, though. That's a great beginner.
Huh.
It's gonna make them question.
Wait.
No way.
No way! Oh my God, it's so close. 12.
That was so close.
So close. He nearly did it again.
Ridiculous. Yeah, look at that little grin. He's like, yeah, I was pretty close.
He does always have a 1v3 in him these days.
on the other side, thinks the FUT as well. Oh,
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, he pre-fired it.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah, I mean, I can't even be mad at that.
You, to be honest.
Should be jump peeking at the back or front.
Almost. Bro, that was unlucky. The guy...
I mean,
Aren't you more likely to get shot through the wall at
It's a 12
the...
HP separating
If
these
you
teams.
go close, they could time you.
Round 1 of the second half.
I guess it's up for debate.
To live. Quite a big stack of players.
Now you'd really want the round 2 conversion to come through this time. Jay a little far ahead here with the Bulldog, to be honest. You don't really want to see him dig his heels in here.
It is just
I mean, his camera's so strong.
That's what I mean. You don't want to see him even tempting fate in that scenario. Obviously not shaken by the second round in the first half.
I feel like I'm waiting for this to go wrong because they've taken so long to get here, and now I'm worried that the spike's slowly coming over towards the stack site, even though I'm getting scared.
They're fine, they got B
Michael.
pivot.
I don't like it anymore.
They're ready for B pivot.
All good, all good, all good? Question mark? Everything's fine. Everything is smooth sailing. FUT making it up to 6. And look, we know Fnatic's track record in these pistols, certainly not their strong suit, but now they got to fight back.
There it is. And honestly, I would have loved FUT to have got this out at one stage on defense.
That's a captain down on a stinger, potentially, depending on where Mr. Fallen settles for. Boaster straight onto the heavy weaponry. No
Wait, so swing over classic. This one here, he's just trying to bait for his teammates.
Did so very much. Kayak though.
What the hell? Attack
so
smoke into the fastest B pinch we've ever seen into straight up B hit. And then because you don't have the dash anymore, you omen TP, and you only have one smoke. Honestly, this is a kind of nice round from FUT. It's a different one.
It's going to get awkward now. Yeah, I was going to say, if the plant doesn't come through, FUT have to consider a different approach here.
Look at the split from Mr. Fallen as well.
Dude, this is weird. Still no plant, and they're pinching now over towards C.
He can hear the steps, he can see the smoke, but he can't really stop it just yet. It's Alpha who's in trouble.
Yeah, Alpha's done a good job to get out of there, though, and this is a good reaction to push all the way down over towards A.
Bloody hell, team up with
Because they're like all over here, so it's good to take the free space.
Lots about to happen.
The first engagement will even come through from Chronicle. The captain's actually slipped into a deeper position now. That's where the stinger will really pay dividends.
Just smoke self. Oh,
29 HP though.
Honestly, kind of works out better. I'd have been tempted to play selfish here.
No ults to bank on. It is the guns in hand. Here we go. Kayak looking for the way in. It's actually Boast to take the first couple of steps, but FUT are loving every second that passes. It feels better and better, but Fnatic fighting back, taking away 2. And the site now under scrutiny. J looking to buy those precious seconds, and it is going to start running low. But Boast
no way. Time?
With crashes.
Yeah, easy time.
And they're well within time on this one. Diffuse there.
I mean, I like the idea from FUT, to be honest. It was something new.
Down after those first 2 kills. Expecting maybe FUT to find a response.
I don't know.
End up becoming a factor here. Unlucky.
Maybe I had to play slower.
Forced into a pretty tough decision here. Like I said, that plant doesn't come through on the first kind of engagement on B side.
What is that?
Kind of 4 of them kind of stood looking at each other like, I mean, once you find that rotation through waterfall, it's so awkward. It just so happens that they're able to kind of completely negate Alpha's
Well, it's the big buy round. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Luckily, he's able to get away.
Zeus is up to now. It kind of makes this map feel so unapproachable.
Oh my!
Ooh, gets away, takes a little bit of damage for it.
They're trying to try to Odin spam where he's doing his refract from. Okay, once they clear over towards A, they want to insta pivot over towards C, hit, maybe while they're still going aggro A with numbers. We can see Chronicle's just going to dodge or the util. Does he want to send it through? Yes, he does. 2 fighting site.
But Alpha doesn't want to give up all of this oh dear.
Oh boy, wait. Yeah, I think he did TP into it.
Something's gone wrong. I'm sure we'll get it on the replay, but Zeus is trying to posture up
I mean,
on site
maybe Mr. Fallen flashed him, but I don't think so.
Fnatic on these flanks have been
Might just be Molly into Molly, and he
TP'd
into it and had to run across.
Could do well here. Could be able to TP across the trap on that deeper line.
No, so big kill. What the hell happened there as well? Oh boy, that's a nightmare for FUT.
Get a J gone. And cracks of Mr. Fallen don't even know
Whoa.
about what's coming the way. That paranoia
Who's that for?
that's going. And it's all down to cracks for the heroics now. A 1v3 is not gonna happen.
Even like 3 minis on top of each other. I'm not sure that's getting the top guy.
I love
that was
how
nuts.
well they pressure every lane. It's not just through CT or Waterfall. There's consistent flanks. It's well tempered and it's well considered.
Yeah, and I think conceding a body so early, like I said, Yetij's posted all the way up, basically backing up onto the wall alongside Sport. Does he? That's the alarm bot as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice Molly. You got Molly on site that covers the close bit.
There was like a snake bite come through, but TP's across, alarm bot goes off, and he actually backs up into the nano.
Bit of both. Good setup.
You try and abuse me. Try and abuse me. One more. Come on. Come.
For welcoming them.
To be fair, it's back-to-back rounds where they've like gone for him.
Factor. Alpha not getting up from the chair, which obviously invites the curse.
Oh yeah, that's true. He didn't stand up.
He's learned.
You and your crystal ball.
Stick Meg.
Where are
Real. Actually pinged through. No. Most are not going to be in any indication just yet.
Just the one hero gun.
Only Mr. Fallen, I think, has probably taken one bullet of that.
I think it's the hero gun.
So he's just taking the rest of them.
Ooh.
Mr. Fallen again with a classic.
This
Hey,
guy's
just give him
on.
a
This guy's
classic.
incredible
He's
with the
been
classic.
well
Yeah.
with it.
Did he double dinked him?
At this point, though, it's not just a singular fight. As much as you may be able to clear both out of the tree, if you're feeling like that's an option, there's still a lot of players close by.
Yeah.
Because, hey, they put a lot of faith in Alpha, and you can see why. Alpha's been doing exceptionally well, just kind of like solo anchoring out that C site. He's got his util, he's backing away well, he's not overly rotating. He's holding his own, pretty much, on the other side of the map. So they're able to reinforce Boaster if he's under pressure. And for Fnatic now, they can just keep the numbers. The work really is now on foot to try and take a positive step. It looks like 11 is very likely.
30 seconds left.
Beautifully synced there. I almost forgot about the voice line.
I'd love you to be the announcer in game. Can I pay for that?
Yeah, we'll do.
Right,
We'll do
honestly,
a sound pack.
You can monetize it. I know you guys like
I
that.
don't think they're getting
That's
much
fine.
for this.
We're down.
He stayed so
Whoa.
quiet over
Hey,
towards
hold
door
on.
that they didn't expect him. But
Yeah,
oh,
That's-
hold up.
Oh no, that's a
Not
spike.
sure about that one.
That's the spike that's gone
Oh,
down.
no.
Wait, so
Time.
It's
just
unlucky
too
that they
late.
got
Show
more
me
than I
Rebound
thought
Kayak
from it.
getting the
I like the
satchel
side
kill.
there over towards door.
Wait, the
Open
satchel
door,
got
he just
killed.
goes stay
Satchel
quiet
got
the whole
kill.
time.
The satchel that he got caught in
Yeah,
his
the-
hand with.
The satchel was
Got a
unlucky.
kill.
Please. Please.
Wait, that's actually
There's
nuts.
no way. Did I just like blank that out from my mind? Here we go. Please. Is it there? Here it is.
Did we just watch it the whole time?
It's a sticky bomb on him.
Oh, it's on him. That's so nuts.
That's so good.
It looked even better the second time round.
That's so. Thank you, observers, by the way, and EVS, all of you guys. 10 out of 10 at your jobs. Now ults galore, right? And Kayak on the operator.
Prowler, he dodged
This
the
was
Prowler?
thing
Oh,
that
okay,
activated
yeah.
him before or after a slump of a performance. It's what got him back on that main page, but he's been having a great start already, so this will only amplify things. And chip damage done, Mr. Fallen having to run his way in towards B.
Dude, they gotta win
Trying
this
to
round.
avoid that perpetual spam from
It's
Boaster.
looking
On the
insanely
other side,
rough.
Chronicle waiting.
They won double
Shows a little bit of
pistol.
presence, and as I said, he
And they're
knowingly
down
falls away.
6
Well,
11.
Alpha and Crashies both have their ultimates, so
They gotta
Zor's
win this
playing
round.
into Fnatic's hand here.
Let's see. It looks like Fnatic are ready for some kind of luck, right?
Expecting to find yet
Yeah,
Shay
looks a
here.
bit like it. Oh, dude, they've done
Spot on.
work, man.
Do.
Feels
They
like the book's
expected
been
this
left
map.
open on the table,
Dude,
doesn't
I wonder
it?
if they were
And
gonna
Kayak's
pick
not
this map.
missing. Mr. Fallen's gone down. It's
We're looking crazy
systematic
prepped.
destruction. And a captain's got a absolute army to face. 2 found. You got more for me.
Sees
This
though.
is hard work now. 10 bullets, 3 bodies
Oh.
to drop. He's still fighting.
How's he still doing
as hard
it?
as he could.
Ah,
A
okay.
valiant
Dude, they got
attempt, but
absolutely
refused
wrecked on this map.
nevertheless. For Fnatic.
Gotta be feeling like they
really
should have picked
stepped up
Ascent
now.
or something.
Found themselves their 12th round and didn't even rely on the ultimates either.
No.
Kayak now 1 away from the showstopper. Chronicle 1 off the pit as well.
It's a great shot.
It's an elbow out of place. No stone left unturned here.
It just feels like they've got such a good idea of
Oh my, what? What is wrong with the classic?
There's nothing wrong with Mr. Fallens. We know that much
That
from
one's
this
what I
map.
can find.
Hello, Bacan. How we doing, mate?
It just feels like Fnatic know exactly what FUT want to be achieving. Even
No,
in,
yeah,
like,
the
you know,
Fnatic have good
halfway
reads
through
on
a
this.
round, mid-rounding,
Which
they
does make me
seem
think
so
that they've
on point
wanted
with
it to be third
Really
map,
very
It's
or
interesting there, it's Chronicle and
they
Alpha.
were
As
gonna
soon as
pick
that
it.
first spike tap comes through, they're actively hunting the lurk. Alpha looking like he might get his wish once again.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
Also
first
up on
kills
the other
going
side
his
of
way
that.
as well.
Being punished time and time again.
there we go. Missile forward. This time,
Ooh.
gonna find it. And Zeus has been a little quiet on this side in comparison to the first.
Yeah, but
instantly traded
still
out.
manages to dodge the
Chronicle
ult, gets a
heard
lot
the
of space with that
word,
one
saw the
fade
people
ult
looking
as
at him
well.
for these
Oh,
performances, and
what
he's
the hell is that?
Absolutely on it. 3v2 now. Cracks out a captain. No sight security. Backing that one away.
Oh, dude, I'm looking at Crash. He's already on top of this.
Oh, it's here so
Dude, he
quickly.
was
Like
rotating
Crashies.
early.
Goodbye,
Yeah,
Ada Captain. It's all on
yeah, they were
Cracks, and he's
super on
pretty
top.
far
Either
here.
someone dead
One's
comms
back.
or
Chucks that in.
it was him.
1v3. 35 seconds. Position surrounded. Kayak watching. Swing from tree. Should be up next. There
God, they
it
annihilated
is.
them.
Fnatic
Double
looking
pistol and they got
world-class
6.
there, Mike. First half competitive, yes.
Yeah,
Some
I mean, it's a
really
repeat of the
close
first game all
rounds.
over again.
The second half, that was an absolute masterclass.
Yeah, overall looking very
Yeah, they had
well
good
drilled in the
reads as
second.
well. They had good
Few
reads and
question
Kayak
marks in my
played
eyes on the first
really
half, but I
good.
think
Like, really,
coming in
really
with
good.
such a diverse game plan, maybe